Welcome back to A Minute with Alan. This episode is, 10,000 hours. You know, I like Malcolm Gladwell. I think he's a terrific writer. He's a great thinker. I liked Outliers and The Tipping Point. He wrote a book called The Bomber Mafia, not in his genre, which was, fabulous. But he mixes facts and opinion sometimes. And his facts are based on empirical evidence. His opinion comes across as facts because he states them with such certainty. Now, he's a scientific writer. I would put Dan Pink, another guy I know who's a terrific guy, in that category. A lot of research, scientific writing. I would say that Marshall Goldsmith and Seth Godin and I are anecdotal writers. We write based on our experience and our observations. Doesn't make anyone better or worse, but enables the three of us to churn out books a lot faster than those two. That's not necessarily good, but I don't write for quality, I write for volume. Anyway, back to my point. Malcolm Gladwell talks about 10,000 hours needed to really be expert. And he cites Michael Jordan, and he cites Microsoft starting that way with Bill Gates. And I don't believe it. Michael Jordan had an affinity for basketball, like did Magic Johnson, like did Larry Bird, and so forth and so on and so on. So they didn't need 10,000 hours. Maybe they practiced that much over their careers, but they didn't really need that to be superstars. Neither did Gates. Gates had an affinity for computing, for coding, for technology. And we can point to a lot of this kind of stuff. And so I don't think we should get in the trap of thinking that endless practice, divide 10,000 hours by a 40-hour week, you'll come in for a real surprise. I don't think endless hours are the answer. I think intelligence is the answer. I think an affinity is the answer. I think passion is the answer. I can go on and on. But don't confine yourself to endless practice. It doesn't necessarily make you better. It can burn you out. We just went to see Hugh Jackman in New York, one of my wife's heroes. One of my wife's, well, she lusts after him. I guess that's not hero worship. It's something else, right? Anyway, puts on a great show. Fourth time I've seen him. He sings, he dances, he has guests on. He's funny. It does all kinds of things. And he was having a great time. And when he's on there for his 2-hour show, he has a great time, and that's the secret. Now, he practices and he rehearses. There's no doubt about it. But, not for 10,000 hours. He does it to the point where he feels he's ready. I'm not unlike him when I perform. I just, I don't practice and I don't rehearse. But otherwise, same thing.